you don't know Christine Barlet already, she is the founder of Surviving to Thriving Holistic Wellness LLC. She is a woman's holistic health and wellness coach and certified holistic nutrition specialist. After years of personal experience dealing with burnout, disorder, compassion fatigue, and hormonal imbalances, she decided to embark on a journey to health and wellness. Today, her passion and purpose in life is to support women who are feeling disconnected and imbalanced and have a desire to live authentically. Christine empowers women to take control of their health and well-being through an integrative approach dedicated to mind, body, and soul for optimal health and wellness. She is definitely preaching to her people while she talks in this presentation. So I cannot wait to see what sweet Christine has to say. So thank you for being here, Christine.
Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate you, hon. All right, let's get this screen shared here. Give me 1 second here. Okay. So I decided to do this on an iPad instead of my laptop, and I'm starting to regret it. Okay, we're good to go, right? Yes, thank you so much, Cheryl.
No worries, I got your back. We're good.
Lifesaver. Okay, so today I'm going to talk a little bit about restore balance and discover inner peace. And Jamie, I just want to let you know, thank you so much for that warm introduction. And I too have difficulty hearing other people speak about me. So I feel you, girl. Cheryl, if you could just go to the next slide. Okay, so my intentions for today is just to share a little bit about my story, how to get started with discovering balance and inner peace, as well as talk about self-care, set boundaries, and connect with nature and what worked for me during my transformation, and then closing and how you can connect with me. So a little bit about my story. I'm just going to take a couple of minutes here. So in addition to what Jamie mentioned, I am the founder of Surviving to Thriving Holistic Wellness. I am also a mother, grandmother, wife, sister, and daughter. I dedicated almost 20 years working with a local nonprofit organization within a leadership capacity. In 2019, I made a difficult decision that would impact the rest of my life. A decision that I thought I didn't have the courage to make, but I knew I needed to make it as my life depended on it. I decided to resign from my position and take some time off to heal, mentally, physically, and spiritually. But I'll get a little bit more into that in a little while. I'd like to share a short story of a woman who I knew very well, or at least I thought I did. This woman was fearless, determined, and self-motivated, to say the very least. She seemed to always have her life together and always be vibrant and willing to serve others. Little did I know this woman was struggling with burnout disorder, imposter syndrome, major chronic depression, anxiety, menopause, all while battling with the pain of an incurable chronic condition known as fibromyalgia. Her health and well-being was rapidly deteriorating, and she felt like she had no control over her life. She began to isolate herself from her family, friends, and work colleagues. She felt hopeless, lost, alone, and unrecognizable to the woman who stared back at her with confusion in the mirror. This woman hit rock bottom. That woman was me. Fast forward, my healing journey began when I made the decision to take back my power and create a life filled with authenticity, passion, and purpose. In order for that to happen, I had to be transparent with myself, my doctor, and seek support from my family. I decided that I was no longer going to just dream about the life I wanted. I was actually going to live it. After speaking with my doctor and family, I set out a plan of action as to what steps were necessary in order to reach my goal of total transformation. My first plan of action was self-acceptance. Second step was self-reflection. And most importantly, my third step was self-love. I wanted my next chapter to be about what I was most passionate about, which was health, wellness, and empowering and supporting women to live happier and healthier lives, filled with balance and inner peace. I realized that I wanted to help other women that were going through a similar journey as I have, and to show them that they were not alone. My life-changing experiences became a driving force for me to take the leap of faith into this next chapter. The unknown, as many of us know, can be terrifying. In the beginning, I was uncertain and scared, but as time passed, I've come to be so very grateful for the opportunities that one decision has given me. An opportunity for me to embrace change, keep it real with myself, and have grace and gratitude. In August of 2022, at the age of 47, I decided to go back to school and fulfill my life's purpose. As of today, I am a full-time student with a graduation date of December of this year, and currently preparing to sit for the National Board of Health and Wellness Coaches exam in November. I have also been invited to share my message with other women at community events. I am a solopreneur who has a dream of opening my own holistic women's wellness center within the next 5 years. You see, I believe that health is just not about the absence of disease, but a state of complete physical, mental, and spiritual well-being. An integrative approach. I am currently blessed with the opportunity to collaborate with women who are feeling disconnected and imbalanced mentally, physically, and spiritually. Together, we restore balance and inner peace and go from surviving life to thriving in life. As of today, my mission is to empower women to live authentically and take control of their health and well-being through personalized coaching and support with a holistic approach dedicated to the mind, body, and soul. In conclusion, prior to my transformational journey, I was pretty much on autopilot, feeling disconnected from my own body, energy, and my vibrations were off. I knew it was time for me to make a change. So Cheryl, if you can change to the next slide. I'd now like to start sharing my top 3 tips out of 5. But before we get into that, how I got started. Basically, step 1, as I mentioned, self-acceptance. You really do have to embrace the change. And it became a reality for me sooner than later. I was in constant battle with myself on trying to be the person that I used to be, but that person was of no longer. Step 2, self-reflection. I had to keep it real. Sometimes it got gruesome. You have to sit there, and I had to say to myself, I struggle with perfectionism all my life that stemmed from my childhood. I had to come to the conclusion where I didn't want to have to do that anymore. It was too much pressure, which I believe also led to some of the burnout disorder as well. So self-reflection, keeping it real with yourself, self-love, most importantly, give yourself some grace. Transformational journeys are not easy, and gratitude, just be thankful. And for me to start expressing gratitude in the simple fact that I was still here, and that it took a lot for me to get from where I was to where I am today. And I am surrounded with like-minded people, supportive community, and I am truly blessed. So, next. All right, 3 tips to restoring balance and discovering inner peace. Now, these tips are what worked for me and helped me over the past couple of years. All right. Tip 1, self-care. You're worth it. So if there's anything that I can recommend, it's start a self-care regimen today. I I was naturally born a server. I am a nurturer by nature. I put everybody else's happiness and needs before my own. And I was one that self-care it wasn't a priority for me. But as of today, self-care is a priority for me. It is a necessity for survival. So schedule it in your calendar. That's what I had to do. I had to schedule some time for self-care in my calendar. I treat it like it's a scheduled appointment, a doctor appointment that I can't miss. Send out a memo to family, friends, text message saying, hey, listen, I'm going to be taking care of some things on Saturday. Please don't bother me during this time. I set my phone on do not disturb sometimes. So do what you need to do to get your self-care in. Self-care can be implemented in small doses, or it could be scheduled. It doesn't have to be this big event. It could be something small, something, if you enjoy, which I do, I enjoy lighting candles, putting on some music and cooking. It doesn't have to be, anything that is costly. So my favorite, which I do, is Self-Care Sunday. So every Sunday, it is a priority for me. I take the entire day throughout the day and I implement little doses of self-care, whether it's reading my favorite book, going for a walk on the trail, doing a mani and pedi, doing some journaling, self-reflecting, so forth. Some examples of self-care are setting intentions for the day, morning prayers, journaling, as Jamie mentioned, journaling, meditation, soaking in a hot bath, quality time with friends and family, and expressing gratitude, especially for the body and all the hard work that it puts in daily. We're all very conditioned to give thanks for the mind and how much work it puts in throughout the day and how much effort that it puts forth and so forth and everything that it does for us. But we tend to neglect the body, something as simple as our hands. They're powerhouses, everything that they do throughout the day. So just give thanks for your body and some gratitude every now and then. Slow it down, be mindful, be present. That was a big one for me, that prior to the past couple of years, I was the Energizer Bunny. I didn't know how to slow it down. If you were talking to me, you best believe you were walking, and it was power walking. I didn't know how to stay still. And then, looking back, I come to realize that I missed out on a lot of special moments, professionally and personally. So be mindful and be present. Mindset shift. You really do have to change your mindset when it comes to self-care. You're worthy of self-care. You deserve self-care. You deserve that time for you. That's actually what provides me with energy. So, making sure that you take that time. Self-care is an investment in your well-being. That's another way that I looked at self-care. It's an investment in my well-being, which trickles into me scheduling it into my calendar and making it a point not to miss it. Some of the health benefits that self-care provides: stress management, helps reduce anxiety, and it also contributed to my inner peace and gave me a sense of balance. Next. Tip 2, setting boundaries. Getting comfortable with saying no. So again, I am a nurturer. I am a server. It was really hard for me to get comfortable with saying no. I was always, yeah, sure. Could we, do it in an hour, or I'll put, this aside and let's go take care of it. So setting healthy, realistic boundaries. Anything that jeopardizes your inner peace is not worth your time or energy. That took a long time for me to realize that. Setting priorities for yourself and sticking with them. prioritizing your time for self-care. Again, having an uncomfortable conversation with friends and family about honoring your boundaries. That can be a difficult one too, but it's well needed. It has to happen. And then having another conversation with your friends and family about honoring your boundaries, because it will most likely take more than one conversation for it to stick. Honoring your values. Setting boundaries protects your autonomy as well as your mental health. Creates healthy relationships with a level of trust and respect personally and professionally. So you cannot do it all and be it all for everyone and still keep your shit together. And again, like I said, I learned the hard way. So definitely important in setting boundaries. Tip 3, connecting with nature. Tap into your senses. This is actually my favorite. Surrounding yourself with all of Mother Nature's glory is grounding and provides an intrinsic and extrinsic connection to the universe. This helps with a sense of feeling balanced. Again, being present and intentional. Tap into your senses to embody the full experience and benefits that nature has to offer. My favorite is going for a mindful walk. Just getting out there and again being present, feeling the warmth of the sun and the cool breeze gently gliding over my cheek, the calming sounds of the birds chirping and the river flowing as I feel my feet landing on the trail. The colors are so much more vivid and beautiful when walking mindfully. And again, this is something that I didn't do before, because I was just constantly on the go. So as I would get out there on the trail, it's just like, okay, I got about 30 minutes to get a walk in. Let me just get out there, get my miles in, get my steps in, so then I can get home and move on to the next thing. Now, with me doing mindful walking, it's so much more enjoyable. It's so much more grounding. It's just so much more peaceful and calming. So if you can get out there and do a mindful walk, I highly recommend it. Get the body moving, connecting with nature, getting out there, hiking, riding bicycles, walking, is also great for physical activity and movement. It's also a great activity to do with friends and family. Get everybody on board, after dinner, grab the family and head out for a walk. It's great quality time. Recruit a walking buddy or start a walking club. So there's so many options, but best of all, it's free therapy. It's therapy that you don't have to pay for. So get out there and connect with nature. And that will also help with you feeling balanced and that inner peace. Next slide, please. Thank you. So I just wanted to share a couple of inspirational quotes and affirmations that really resonate with me. And they have for the past year now. You are enough. Without failure, there is no success. Without success, there is no failure. So I really resonated with the quote that Jamie, talked about in the last presentation. I am blessed to be doing my best. I think this one really hits home for me, considering where I was a couple of years ago, mentally, physically, and spiritually, to where I am today. Another favorite of mine is by Brene Brown. You are imperfect. You are wired for struggle, but you are worthy of love and belonging. Powerful words. I love me some Brene Brown. Next. So this is pretty much my story and my 3 tips on discovering balance and inner peace, restoring balance and discovering inner peace. I do have 5 tips that will be in the ebook, as well as I do share more of my story once the book is launched in December. So let's connect. I would love to continue having this conversation. My name is there, my email is there. If you want to screenshot the screen or, to save the QR code will take you directly to my website, and that's where you'll find my Facebook page, my Instagram page, and some more information on my mission and my holistic approach, and a little bit more info on my story as well. And that is it.
Wow, fantastic. Wonderful. Sorry that you had to go through that, but I'm telling you, it's worth it for us because now we have another guru on the planet.
Oh, I wouldn't know about guru. Listen, I am blessed to be, you guys are all so well seasoned and marinated. And, I'm fairly new, so I am just blessed to be a part of this project and, to be amongst all these amazing healing practitioners. It just warms my heart. So, I'm grateful for this opportunity. Just put it that way.
Well, thank you. Don't forget. I'm trying to shift that languaging in my own life. Remember, you're part of it. You're here. You are. Own it. You're a guru. You didn't walk through fire for no reason, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank everybody for time.
My pleasure. Any questions or commentary? Just
let's see.
what a
We have some
beautiful
chats
presentation.
coming here. You are stuck with us now.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
right.
Just saying, sister. Just saying.
Love it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Anna. It was my pleasure. You are.
Yes, your vision. I agree with Kelly.
Oh, thank you, Clara. That's sweet. Oh, that's my daughter. Oh, I'm right back at you, sweetheart. Oh, thank you, Kelly. Your vision is so needed in the world. Thank you. I appreciate that. All those kind words. Thank you so much.